Okay, let's talk about electric vehicles today. So for the past few weeks, I've been trying various electric vehicles in India like Revolt, Bajaj Chetak and the newly released Ather 450X. So with so many two-wheeler EVs out there, the question has to be asked, which is the best two-wheeler electric vehicle you could get in India? And more importantly, how good is the tech inside it? Well, this is Pratik from techvisor.com and I have lots to say. Let's get started. Well, before we get on with the electric vehicles, let's just call them EVs for God's sake. There are quite a few similarities amongst all of the EVs we have until now. Like, all of them take around 4 to 5 hours to charge, or you can say overnight. The only exception is the Ather, which has fast charging. So the Ather 450X Plus charges at the speed of 1 km per minute, whereas the Ather 450X charges at 1.5 km per minute. Once fully charged, all of them have a range of about 100 kilometers under the eco mode, with few exceptions like the Revolt, which goes about 180 kilometers. So typically one night of charge gives you 3 to 4 days of commute. All of them come with a smart dashboard. The ones in Chetak and RV400 are digital, while you have an LCD one on the Ather. All of them come with some kind of app integration that lets you track, see mileage and lets you make nitty-gritty customizations. All of these scooters have reverse parking just like the ones you get in cars, apart from the Revolt RV. And all of them use LEDs in the headlight, tail light and indicators. So now that we have the tech and similarities out of the way, let's discuss the EVs individually. We'll go ahead with the Ather 450X because in terms of tech, I think it's leading the way. Foremost, the most interesting thing about the Ather is it's a tech company making automobiles. So their perspective on the EVs is different from the other companies over here. Ather 450X is an elder brother of Ather 450 with an additional color option like mint green and more power, better performance. Like the other scooters, it has a display which we'll touch in a bit. LED lights, it also looks stylish from the side, and the battery in the middle makes the weight distribution quite balanced. Another feature which I like is the reverse parking. Simply enable the toggle from the dashboard and then hit the accelerator. It goes back. The speed limit though is capped to 2 km per hour to prevent accidents. However, there are 4 specific things that make the Ather 450X unique. First, the LCD dashboard. It's a good, healthy 7-inch LCD display and it's touch operated. As of now, the only EV with a touch operated display. You have your battery stats, speed and remaining range right in front of you. Plus, you also get call and music support via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Now, an interesting thing is the Geo SIM card built in, which gives you 2 benefits. Real-time Google Maps, so you don't need to rely on your phone. I can already see delivery guys using them a lot. Plus, you have incognito mode as well, so you can hide your secret visits. Next, OTA updates. Now, I haven't heard any other manufacturer talking about OTA or any mention on their side, but Ather promises OTA updates which could potentially fix software bugs and even add new safety features to the bike. The second thing that separates Ather from the rest is fast charging. Yes, it's the only electric vehicle as of now that supports fast charging like a smartphone. Of course, you can charge your Ather with the Ather Dot charger that you receive with the bike. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to fully charge the bikes since the power supply at home does not offer high output. However, the Ather public charging grid can fast charge your battery, which would take about 1.5 hours to fully charge the bike from 0 to 100, and none of the other offerings can actually do that. Ather also has a unique pricing model, so if you buy the scooter straight off, it's about 1.6 lakhs ex showroom, and that's a healthy 40,000 costlier than other EVs in the market. Plus, if you buy it flat hand, you still have to pay 400 per month for the online navigation, app connectivity and OT updates. Not recommended. Opt for the subscription plan and everything's covered. So there are 2 subscription plans. One is the Ather 450X Plus, which starts at 1699 per month, and this will eventually replace the older Ather 450. Then you have a 1999 per month plan for the Ather 450X Pro, following other perks which you get with both the plans. The Ather 450X Plus doesn't have any Bluetooth features like music, calls and also the warp mode. And my favorite feature is the warp mode. It's insane. So like most electric vehicles, Ather 450X comes with 3 modes. Economy, which is like low speed, high mileage. Sport, which offers medium speed and decent mileage. And warp mode, which is like the ludicrous mode of Tesla. High pickup speed with low mileage. Of course, you get a peak torque of 26 Newton meter and you could literally pop a wheelie. I insist that you have to try the warp mode on Ather 450X. I didn't feel such insane power and torque on any other EV. Next up, we have the Micro Revolt RV400 and RV300, which was launched way back in July and probably the first production electric bike. Now, keeping aside the Super Socko similarities, you know it, I know it, let's list down what's different between RV300 and RV400. Speaker sound. The RV300 doesn't have the speaker and the remote key. Moreover, it has a slightly smaller electric motor and battery. The electric motor on the RV300 is hub mounted, whereas the RV400 has a belt driven motor. So all of these give the RV400 a slight edge with a top speed of 80 km per hour and a 150 km range under the eco mode. Whereas the RV300 tops up at 65 km per hour with a better 180 km range. Now, before we begin, I want to address this. I don't know about you, but I switched it off a couple of minutes after riding the bike. It feels so disconnected and so artificial. I don't know, not my kind. Rest, the bike looks and works like a normal conventional bike. Oh, and another thing is regenerative braking. In case you don't know, in an EV, when you hit the brake, the electric motor switches to a generator and starts charging the battery. Hence, the throttle is cut off. Pretty common in every EV, but I found it to be slightly more aggressive in Revolt. As soon as I even touch the brake, the throttle's cut off, and it takes time to get used to this. However, the thing that works for Revolt is the range. Unlike all the other EVs, it gives you a whooping range of about 180 kilometers as per the site, but in real life, we asked a few people and it's around the 150 mark. Last, the AI part, there is none of that as of now. The company states that it will take time to collect data and for the AI to kick in, but not sure what the application would be. I guess ride experience. So the name does ring a bell, and I remember back my dad had a Chetak back in 1998. Okay, nostalgia aside, this does look beautiful and Italian. You know, if you can't defeat an enemy, so be like them. Sorry, the quote is different, but it sure looks like Vespa. In terms of specs, let's compare it with the previous two EVs. And just for reference, we have also added the TVS iQube. So the Bajaj Chetak has a slightly larger battery and a 10 km extra range over the Ather 450X. If you like retro looking scooters, you will like the Bajaj Chetak. It also has a front storage utility and a USB charging port, which none of the other EVs offer. The dashboard also has that retro touch to it, and you get all the basic speed, trip and charging level indicators. You get a digital dashboard and things are pretty much limited to the hardware itself. So the bigger picture here is that EVs are inevitable. You might see them get more common in a couple of years, so this is more like the early bird phase. The prices are sure high and the perks are pretty less, but things are gonna get better from here. If you ask us, hands down, we would recommend the Ather. It has fast charging, better tech, the insane warp mode, and on that note, this is Pratik signing off. In case you have some queries, do write it in the comments or you can reach out to our Instagram page. See ya in the next one.